Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, we're gonna do a little escape from Tarkov. Um, this game is absolutely amazing. There's been a lot of things that happened over the last 24 hours when it comes to this game. Uh, you start the game not knowing how to do anything. You don't get anything. They don't give you any tutorial. They don't do um, pretty much anything for you. You just have to figure it out, which traditionally, that is not really what you want to do. Um, so I'm still new at this. So don't flame me in the comments if you do comment. But I'm still trying. So it's really interesting because you actually go ahead and you let's see what's in here. So we got a bandage. So you have, your weapons, you have your armor, you have a whole bunch of stuff that you could use. And you go into like either you play on two teams. One team, you don't lose anything. The other team, you play in like a community-based thing where if you take your, all your stuff, right? If I take the sniper rifle, I take the gas mask or respirator, you go ahead and you lose it. So, let's see. So let's equip a few things here. I'll keep that. That one's almost empty. Let's go install, I guess. There we go. I'm gonna need that. And then I don't have a pistol. That's great. Alright, let's just go right at it. So you spawn as... So this is your guy, right? And then you have a scav, whatever it's called. And you're going to spawn what the computer wants you to spawn as. And then from there, you pick your destination, what part of the map you want to play. It's like a big world, right? So you can either play at night or you can play early in the morning. You could pick who you want to play with. And so you can either start by looking for a group. You could do it individually. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop it individually, and I'm just gonna say ready, right? And then it's gonna create the world. It's going to do all this stuff, and it's going to create the map, and you're going to spawn at a different location in the map. Adjust my mic here. So I'm going to turn off video just for now, right? Let's see. There we go. So you guys can see the full map without my beautiful face. But the key to it is that you play as a scav, then you play as a PMC, and you alternate, and you loot what you can, and then you get out when you got enough loot. So it's kind of like a war zone, but whatever, like if you were to die, you don't keep any of that stuff. if you play as a scav and you're going to use whatever the computer generates as your stuff. And if you escape as a scav, you get to keep that stuff. As a PMC, if you were to use your stuff and you were to die, you go ahead and you lose that. So if you had like AK-47, you lose all that, which is if you're an unexperienced player like myself and my buddy that was playing last night, you definitely do not feel very good once you die. So happy Easter, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well out here in Hawaii. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully it's not going to rain, but you never know. Alright, so it loads the map and loads the loot inside. So the biggest thing really is just going ahead and not going too fast. If you go too fast and you play it like Call of Duty, you're probably not gonna make it out alive. And you have to really pay attention and listen. By no means is this a tutorial. I have no idea what I'm doing, so you can laugh at me if you want. But at the end of the day, you're gonna watch me at least die once. Okay, so you see at the top right the ruined house fence and the basement. So I know where I'm at. So scavs are AIs mostly, and then the PMCs are the people that you are actual players. So you see that there's a road right here, right? There might be AI along there. So because I have a shotgun, I'm going to need to get up close and personal with these scavs or regular players, which usually you can go ahead and you can flank these AI in such a way where you can get really close and personal. But if you don't have to, don't engage them. The main mission is to go through the cars, go through, looting in its general fashion, and take what you can and get out. Usually when you're greedy, that's when things start popping off and you end up with no money and you die forever. So something that really hasn't been explained to me, which maybe somebody can explain in the comments, is what do you do when you have no money and all your weapons are gone? I thought, hey, maybe just the game uninstalls. Who knows? So in its general sense, you have to rely more on sound than vision, right? Because I can't necessarily see any enemies right above these hills, but I can definitely hear them if they're running around. Like this guy right here. I'm not going to engage him because I have a shotgun. He's hiding in this bush right here. And I'm probably going to die. At this point, this is where you usually die. But I'm gonna run back to the road. Hopefully I won't die at this point. And see, the newer part of me wants to kill everything I see, but I know I shouldn't. So I probably should have just went ahead and left him be, right? And the cool part of this, right? The cool part of this whole thing is that when you get injured, you have to heal yourself, you have to drink water, you have to eat food, and you have a certain amount of time to do this map. So you have 27 minutes to do the map. But you actually don't have a map available to you, right? So how do I get the map? Well, I look it up on YouTube or Google. That's exactly what you do. Now you can buy the map, but why do you want to spend the money when it's free? So you want to stay covered and concealed as much as possible. A lot of the time you can get scavs or people that are traveling along the fence line. Now throughout the map there's certain extraction points that you have to go to. However, you need to know where those extraction points are. So if you're new to the game and you don't have a map, guess what? You're not going to know where those suckers are. In my opinion, it is a lot easier to play this game with another person because you have backup. They say to play it solo, right? Which obviously is what I'm doing now. However, I like playing with somebody else, somebody that could cover my 6 and we could trade loot and all this other stuff. So I have a knife and a shotgun. So scav will post up pretty much, well, they'll spawn anywhere around the map. This game is legit, I'm telling you right now. So this is still in beta. It's been out since like 2017 or 2018, one of those, right? But overall, when you first start, you're like, what the frick is this? And then once you start playing, you're like, oh man, that's how you. So once you get the like general concept of the game and you kind of know the maps a little bit, you kind of know where to go, where to loot, where to how to extract, and you're like, oh well, you have 30 minutes to do the game. You have all the time in the world, right? No, not necessarily, because when you have to avoid people, when you have to avoid AI, and the AI is pretty good in this game, and you have to try to minimize the noise that you're making as best as possible. It makes it really hard. So I don't hear anybody. It's okay if I die, I die, but I just want to get a few minutes of gameplay in before we had Easter breakfast. So normal stuff really, so like you run when it's safe, you walk when, so you fast walk. So what I'm doing now is a fast walk, and then you press caps lock to regularly walk, to walk slowly. That's where you can't really hear your steps. That's like playing. Alright. So there's smoke over there. You want to watch out for snipers as best as possible. So I'm at a disadvantage because I have a shotgun. So the bridge is over here on the right. It's going to cross one of the rivers that we have to cross. There's a whole bunch of spawn points over there towards the power line. What's up, buddy?
After you play this game, can I play?
After breakfast, yes.
I didn't even have breakfast.
Kids want to play. It's that game you get caught up into, though, you know what I mean? So that's why you got to rely on sound a lot, because you're going to see vegetation and all that, and these scavs, the AI, they blend in super easy. See what's in the bag here. Thought I heard somebody up the hill there. But once you die as a scav, then you have to wait a certain amount of time, and then you have to wait a certain amount of time, then you have to respawn. So it's like takes about 20 minutes or so. So here's not somewhere where I really want to go by myself, because there's probably snipers sitting up on the roof. But I'm going to go anyway, just because I don't care. You want to watch out for scav. So it's like you have to clear this whole building by yourself, which is an extreme pain in the butt. And then through these individual rooms, you're going to have loot in which you can take. So like right in here, for example, it's, you know, not going to be anything really, but you go in here, you go into the med bag, search unwanted, you know, it's unsearched, right? And then you can go ahead, you could throw it in your bag. I don't even know what it is. And you can look over in your health. Good to go. I would be a lot more confident if I had an AK-47 or, you know, some sort of machine gun. But it's all right. I just hate being surprised. So you get to the extraction point, right? And then you leave. Now, I wasn't doing it good. Like I didn't do it well because I was supposed to, you know, kill some people, and it'll give like a little nice error message that you extracted too soon and you ran through. So what a run through is that's where you don't do anything. And you just run through and you don't kill anybody. And you just grab your stuff that you spawned with and you get out. And I'm going to be honest with you when I tell you that I had no idea the basement was there. Now that I know the basement is there, when I play the map next time, I'll know. But if you're playing as a team, in my experience, it's a little bit, well, in my very limited experience, it's a little bit easier, even though it's a little bit more complex, because you're going to have to watch out for your partner just like you're going to have to watch out for you. Let's see. And then, you know, once you go ahead, you know, obviously I didn't kill anybody, right? Anything that you raided, you put it back here in your inventory, right? So I probably could go sell those knives. And then, so you take everything, right, from the backpack and your vest. And, all right, so I'm good. You press next. Hopefully I'm doing that right. And you get back to the main screen. So it's kind of like you loot a computer world, and then you can go into like the real servers and go ahead and loot other leveled people. And then, you know, it tells me I have about 17 minutes to go ahead and raid the scav again. Whereas here, if I were to go ahead and play as a PMC, let me see. Anything I have on my person, if I were to die, I would lose it. So there's that. There's definitely more experienced people when it comes to definitely 100% more experienced people. I mean, I've been playing like less than a day, so forgive me for that. But definitely I would give this game a try. It does cost a little bit of money to get started, and what I mean by that is you have to buy the beta, and then you know, then you can go ahead and play. But the level of gameplay, the intricacy that was put into this game is by far probably one of the best games I've played. When they like refine some of the maybe give more loot points or refine some of smaller things, it'll be probably one of the best games out there. But hey, smash that like button, subscribe. I'll probably be live later with some LSPDFR, so if you if you guys want to tune in for that, be my guest. But I appreciate you guys watching. Talk to you later. All right.